Welcome, family and friends. Once again, I'm Brian.
I'm Beige.
You are in for episode
number 3.
This is our sophomore year, third year. Again, recap. July 10th, saw each other, 2008. Last episode, hopefully I can put it there. We went through our freshman year, so fresh love. This year we're going through our sophomore year. Before we start, definitely make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on the post notifications.
And follow us in all social media platforms.
There you go. Follow us. BTheMillers. BTheMillers. The letter B. BTheMillers. So today, our Q&A.
We have a Q&A that's spicy. So the question of the day is, why didn't you say I love you back when Beige said I love you?
So, obviously, you all remember from the last episode, I was friend-zoned.
What?
All the first semester, pretty much. I was friend-zoned.
Not even. It was just a couple of months, really. If you really think about it, just a couple of months. Friend-zone, yeah, didn't last too long. Okay.
Well, in my mind, I was friend-zoned for the first semester on my end. And obviously...
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish.
And obviously, I loved you from the jump. I mean, I had love for you, and I was definitely in love with you from the jump. But being friend-zoned, I had to keep her, guess a little bit.
What? So you had me waiting because you just didn't want to say it?
I knew I was going to England too, so it's going to be a long distance relationship. Right? We went. I think that was our first like big time away from one another, right?
Yeah. Well, since we started dating, yes.
Yeah. So hey, let's see how this long distance go real quick.
Before you even say I love you?
Before I say it back.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you kind of kept me waiting, but really you did actually feel that already.
Of course.
Interesting.
The world knows, everyone knew. I had a ton of love for you, loved you to death. I was traveling for the entire summer. I had to, when I come back, I got you.
Wow. Okay. That's funny.
But definitely thank you for your questions. Again, keep those questions coming. Obviously, Beige didn't know that side.
I didn't. This is new to me. This is all new. So thank you for that question, because I had no idea. He just had me waiting, like second guessing, like, does he love me? Does he love me not? Does he love me? He love me not. He loves me. He loved me not. No, I wasn't playing with roses. Although I love roses.
You remember? Remember the first time I gave you roses?
Yeah, it's when you came to see. You met my mom for the first time.
And you still have those too, right?
I think so.
You had them in like a book or something saved.
I had it in a Bible.
You had it in the Bible, yes.
Yep.
You had it saved.
I was just one rose. They were like orangey red, like roses. And you, like, when you came to see me that summer, our first summer, and you were meeting my mom, you bought me red, orangey roses. They were so beautiful. I remember what you were wearing too. Oh my goodness.
So let's jump right into it. So if y'all remember, second episode, we pretty much went through our freshman year, all the different milestones, tribulations behind it. We ended off parting ways pretty much for our second semester. And we're going to pick right back up off where we just started talking. Me meeting Mom for the first time. I'm telling you, this is, remember, strong Haitian background.
You loved it. You loved it every second. I was like rolling my eyes, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going through this, but okay.
So go ahead. How did it all go down?
I remember that we like planned you coming down. I wasn't sure if you were gonna stay at my house, but we got each other. I got you. We got. Well, you got the hotel. I said we, like,
yes, I did.
I was getting you a hotel or something. Okay. Anyways, so I remember you getting a hotel for 2 days, or maybe for 2 days, and that close by my house or something.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
yeah, and I remember you coming down. We tried to get into a hotel. Remember when they're like, "Oh, you're only 18. You're not." The first hotel denied us.
Couldn't check in.
You couldn't check in.
We were young.
We were young. You're like, "Oh, sorry. You have to be 21."
And you need like a credit card or something too.
Right? Something like that. It was so funny.
It was young.
And then we got another hotel that was close by my house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what was the name. I think it was like a Holiday Inn or whatever. And we got into that hotel. And then I was just like, I told my mom you were coming. So she like prepped dinner and everything. Oh my gosh, she did everything. Like the whole nine. The whole Haitian plate. Like guacamole, guyot, pickles, all of that. She said, I told you that you were coming. I met up with you. You checked into your hotel, and then we drove to my mom's house. And then you met my mom for the first time. How was she when she met you? Well, you met her during moving day, but like, how was it when you came to the house?
She was welcoming. If I recall, she was welcoming. She was definitely loving. She wanted, obviously, to know who I was.
And what were you to me.
Exactly. Right?
Grilled you.
Completely. And, I mean, at the end of the day, she made sure that you and the entire family pretty much catered to me.
Oh, my gosh. So, I remember this part when she was just like, "Oh, bitch, come to the kitchen." I was like, okay. I had to serve you and everything in a whole platter. Brian sitting there just smiling away like, oh, okay.
This is nice.
Serve the whole platter. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that. I can get used to this. I was like, oh, my goodness. A whole platter is sitting down and then I think we all joined you. We had like a family like dinner and everything. My sisters were really they were cool, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they were happy to see you and everything. I think that weekend, like, I took you to the beach. Brian don't like Atlantic water. Yeah.
Pull that up. Only water. I got to be able to see through the water if I'm going into it. That was like Nahat.
No, it was like Nahat or Revere, but I think it was Nahat because I don't like Revere. Revere Beach is terrible. So most likely it was Nahat. I took you to Nahat Beach. We were just chilling and hanging out. Yeah, that was the first day. And then I think we just pretty much hung out and you spent time with my family and stuff like that. I think you were there for 2 days, but then I had you extend your stay. But then my mom was like, for some reason, she was like, "Oh, how dare you have Brian's mom only has one child. How dare you have him sleep in the hotel by himself and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, oh my goodness. I think I kind of failed on that part. Right. And so she said that you can sleep over, but under one condition. Oh my gosh. I never forget that. My mom set the tone. She said, "Oh, Brian's going to sleep in your room and you're going to sleep with me." Oh my gosh, she's like, "You sleeping with me?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
Watch over you.
Right? Like, I couldn't sneak into your room at all. Like, no midnight, like, okay, I'm going to come through. Not that I would, because,
but I think I remember you didn't come through, but you'd come to the room until like midnight or something like that. Your mom would call you, Besh, time to sleep.
That's so funny. Let him go to sleep.
Like midnight.
Oh my gosh. Was it midnight? She actually gave me She extended for that long?
I don't know.
Oh,
but
wow.
At one point, you were
I'm
definitely
very
getting
impressed.
called
She was...
to get out that room.
I bet it was like 9 o'clock. No, I'm playing. Maybe you're right. Midnight, she was just like, okay, bitch.
It's time.
It's
time. And was it Mariah Markel? No, Mariah. No.
Mariah.
She wasn't born yet?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't born yet. No. Was she? Oh, yeah, she was. That year, though, my sister was pregnant. No. May.
Well, either way, we're going to talk about...
I think she was born that year.
And Markel, who is... Markel is my godson.
Yeah.
Obviously,
our
Mariah.
Godson, yeah.
Yes. Well, Mariah's and Markel is her niece as well too.
My niece and nephews.
So we're gonna jump into them as well too. But how do we get to promise ring, right? So obviously.
Oh my gosh! So that you spent the night with me, an extra night with at my mom's house, and then that day you gave me a promise ring. Yeah. What did the three rings mean? It was now.
No, it was like a forever type ring.
Yeah,
right?
It was a forever. Yeah, it was a forever type.
Ring.
Yeah, forever ring.
Or an infinity type ring.
Yeah. Infinity. Yeah, it was really cute.
And you held that ring down for...
Yeah, throughout the whole year until you proposed to me.
Right.
Yeah, I had that ring on my finger for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to switch it up because it made no sense wearing 2 rings. Although I could, but yeah. Yeah.
So definitely, shout out again. I had to meet Mom. I had to make sure there was something there as far as a promise or some type of collateral of me having her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You gotta make sure. He set the tone. He's here to stay. Okay.
Purchased that promise ring. Was able to give it to her, and she loved it and wore it ever since. I think it's still upstairs. Right?
It's still upstairs.
Still upstairs.
I promised myself that one day I will have a baby girl, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I have 2 boys. That I would give my daughter that ring that you gave me as a promise ring. But I guess we got to keep working. I don't know. I don't know if I'm up for that. But the 2 boys are enough.
You never know.
Ooh.
So then we went into obviously our first year, our second year. We're playing sports at this time as well too. So we went through the summer. I met Mom. I was able to give daughter a promise ring as well too,
and we started back at school.
We started back in school.
Sophomore year, you was a resident advisor.
Oh yeah. I became an RA for sophomore year as well too.
And I was living in Edgewood across campus.
So I was RA for
Heinz freshman building.
Was that 7th floor already?
Yep, you were still in the 7th. Yeah, 7th floor.
So I was 7th floor RA freshman year. I mean, for all the freshmen that were coming in, if you can imagine, it is
crazy
chaos. Chaos. You're literally setting the tone for freshmen, obviously their career within college itself. So it was just straight chaos. Shout out to my 7th floor crew for my first year. And boys, they did work. All baseball.
Oh my gosh! Remember Day? Oh gosh! The prank on Day. Yes. Oh my goodness! And KJ.
I do remember.
Oh my gosh! Those residents were funny.
The throwback.
Well,
years.
those were they came from the island. Yeah, they came back from your hometown.
Day, Colin.
They're Day and Colin.
Yep.
Sorry, I just remember that freshman year. I'm like, oh my goodness, those boys.
We did a crazy prank on him. Well, on Day, really, for his final. It was like the last day. Yeah,
but let's not talk about that because that's not like the end of sophomore year. So let's not talk about that. But yeah.
Football, basketball.
I was playing basketball. I was playing basketball my first year, that year, and you were playing football. how we make it happen. I don't even know. It was like morning. I had morning workouts, and then from morning workouts to um, going to breakfast and going through like I think I had like a late afternoon or class or something. But all I remember is that I would always go to your room and just go to sleep because you were on the main campus, and I didn't want to go back to Edgewood. Oh my gosh, I literally just went to sleep there and then went to class.
Beige had from freshman year from the jump.
Hey, what?
She had a drawer in my room. like straight, like she moved in. Had a drawer, all her clothes. That was from freshman year. Continued straight through college. Sophomore year, everything. She had a dresser by sophomore year. A straight dress. Half my closet too.
Well, you were on the main campus and I was off campus, so I just had to make sure that I did. It just worked out that way. Whatever.
Any college sweethearts out there? Mm-hmm. Did you guys literally move in with one another? Like, did you have a drawer? Did you have a full closet in your significant other's dorm room? Please, in the comments, let me know. Because this one, she had a full wardrobe in my entire room.
Whatever. Well, I mean, shoot, you loved me anyways, so.
But football, 100%. Obviously, we're going into our sophomore year. This is, you go through freshman year, you already know what's in store. So I'm hitting camp, going hard at that point. I think that time, I want to say the original linebacker, middle linebacker, he returned, I believe it was. So bumped down, obviously, in the depth chart side of things. He was able to take the role. So it was a little bit going through your red shirt freshman year, as a kind of a second, third string again on that side. So football was just grueling. It was a long season. That year we were looking to defend the championship, I think, because my freshman year we won the championship, and then sophomore year we were looking to actually defend it itself, and I think we lost at one point to maybe
from New Haven.
Yeah, I remember that game too. That was a tough one. And then so juggling football, juggling sports. I was a physical therapy major as well too. Juggling resident advisor, juggling being able to see one another as well. It was tough. Sophomore year, I think, was a tough year.
It was just figuring out how to manage everything and balance everything, making sure your grades are up, playing a sport. Like, we both play sports, so it's just like, okay, how we're going to make sure that we put some time together, but also balance everything out. But, I mean, I feel like we did really well. We balanced everything out, and for grades, we were really good.
I ended both semesters. I ended with like a 3.6 or something like that.
Yeah.
On both semesters, so it definitely allowed us to stay focused. Obviously, sleep was almost like minimal, because when you're RA and you're on duty, that's 2 a.m.s right off the bat.
Yeah.
2 a.m.s you're going to sleep. And then you're going into like 8 a.m. classes again after that too. So it was.
I'm glad I didn't have any 8 a.m. classes. It's crazy.
It was brutal. So after we went into obviously football, going into second semester, I had to take a hiatus for the second semester. Insights, individuals who do know about that, but that was 2010. Right there, so I was pretty much, off campus, if for lack of a better term, for the majority of spring semester, and then we headed into pretty much
the summer.
We ended up in.
But we had a lit summer though. We had a lit summer. That summer, you invited me to Jamaica to meet your grandmother.
Yes, this is Baecation number 2 for us, if you remember. So we went to New York. I brought her to New York. That's number 1. now.
Yeah, you brought me to New York the first year, and then the second year you brought me to Jamaica. You know what? Listen, this was my first time flying out the country. That's what sparked me from like the traveling bug that I have, and that's why I became a travel agent to assist others to do the same, get out their comfort zone, and see the world. But yeah, that trip got me into like it basically built who I am today, you know? So I remember taking that flight to go meet your family. Your mother did all the arrangements. She did like book the flights and everything. And yeah, I was in Jamaica enjoying the sun, enjoying the hot sun. But oh God, the bugs loved me. Let's just say, the bugs loved me. I was getting eaten alive. For that fresh blood.
Gotta have the off when you're going out to Jamaica anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
But I think the first time we was out there, right? We saw another shooting star.
Yeah.
Because I think it went there was a blackout one night, and we ended up seeing a shooting star together again. I think that was our second one.
I think a shooting star just happens all the time. Like it's just randomly when we're together, it just happens, and we're like, wow.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
So we're able to see a shooting star again as well. And how was the first time meeting my grandma? You remember that?
Oh, she was so. Oh my gosh, she was speaking patois, and I couldn't even. I had to ask her to speak a little bit slower because I couldn't catch the words. But she was like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful." Oh my gosh! But she was saying beautiful, but I didn't even get the words coming out of her mouth because she was talking patois and she was talking really fast, and you were sitting there just laughing at me. I'm like,
because obviously I can understand it. I know what she's saying and everything like that. So
yeah, but she was so loving and so sweet. Oh my gosh, she was everything to me.
And you met my cousins.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, Spoonie, Big Red.
Shout out to the young
Nikki, Jody.
Yeah.
Miguel. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas. Oh gosh, there was a lot of them. But I loved the times spending time with them. They were sweet. They were young and sweet. Now they're all old. Like, oh my gosh, where did time go?
Everyone's grown for the family.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm Jamaican. Born and raised here in New York, Staten Island, New York. But the entire family is Jamaican. My mom obviously I'm first generation born myself. So mom is from Jamaica. My dad is from Jamaica. Entire family is out in Jamaica. So being able to get to Jamaica back home so that Paige can meet, that side of the family was definitely a blessing. Something that I obviously wanted to happen as well too. And we stayed. Then we stayed at a resort. We stayed at.
We went to Ocho Rios for 4 days.
Ocho, yes.
And then we went to Dunn's River, the Dunn's River Falls. Okay, Dunn's River Falls. Oh my gosh, I remember climbing up the rocks and the waterfall. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I loved it there. Oh. I made my promise that I would always at least try to get out to Jamaica once a year because that's how much I love Jamaica. The food, oh my gosh, I swear I was meant to fall in love with a Jamaican because listen, the Jamaican food, to die for. You remember when I asked you over the phone, do you know how to cook Jamaican food?
Of course.
He sold the deal once he told me he could. I was like, yes.
I think that was over the summer.
That was our first time talking over the phone.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, you're Jamaican? Do you know how to make Jamaican food?
I remember that.
Oh, that's so funny. Throwback.
But yeah, definitely, again, in the comments, if you like Jamaican food, definitely let me know what's your favorite dish, what's your favorite meal, because I do throw down. We can show you some plates in the future. She made some bomb curry shrimp yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Okay, so guess what?
Curry shrimp.
He taught me how to bake. some Jamaican food, so now I know how to throw down. I don't need like, hey, I'll cook you some of that. You know?
I tell you.
Yeah.
But that was definitely Baecation number 2. Was a beautiful, beautiful trip. We spent half of the time at a resort, Ocho Rios.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to, go shopping and bargain with the gypsies.
Oh my gosh, the gypsies! I totally forgot about that.
Yes.
The One Love bag,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought the wooden mannequin.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Let's not share about this. This wooden mannequin.
We were able to bargain with the gypsies, right? We were able to climb the falls, enjoy our time in the water as well too. We took a picture with a donkey. Hopefully you can see that right there. We can pull that image up. And then we spent the majority of the time again after that with family, I want to say.
We actually went to your father's house in St. Thomas, and we spent more time alone up there. And
in the country.
In the countryside. Yeah. I remember taking those turns. I couldn't even see the turn. I was just like, where are we going? Oh my gosh. The car was just like going around and up in the hillside. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Are we going to hit the wall? Because you couldn't really get, it's like these sharp turns. These sharp turns, left, right. And I'm like, you literally have to be a pro to be driving in Jamaica. And I believe around then, they didn't have any highways.
No.
They didn't have any highways, so it was just like, just the woods.
Highways just started getting built.
Just the woods. Okay.
So it was all back roads in order to get up to the hills, the mountains, the countryside. Where it's nice and cool as well, too.
Yeah, and then, hey, remember when Shauna Kay picked us up from the countryside? She's like, oh, I want you guys to feel the nightlife of Jamaica.
Yes.
And
she took
us to Portmore. Oh my gosh, Portmore. And then she took us to the strip club. Oh my goodness.
Jamaica strip club is a little different. All right, just if you end up out there, prepare yourselves.
They wasn't even coming for you. They were coming for me, and I was just like, "What is going on?" I think it's because you're like, she has the money. She has the money.
If you haven't already, please go watch our Cabo trip.
Cabo trip.
The gypsies in that one was hilarious. But anytime we travel again, she's the boss. All times. As you can tell, this has happened from our first vacation. She's always been the boss. It has never changed. So the gypsies 100% look for her. So we're pretty much, we're right at 30. I mean, what we're look at next week, we're covering junior year, which is our 3rd year, together. And I think that year we had, I was finishing, I think I started baseball. And I started track that year as well.
I was a resident advisor junior year.
You became an RA as well too. And then, did we travel in junior year? Did we go anywhere that summer?
I am not sure.
We always went to New York.
We always went to New York. New York was my spot. I love New York. New York has a special place in my heart. So, New York, I think it's New York. But it's 30 minutes. So, until next time.
Later, definitely like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Look out for our next episode. Going to be junior year. Let us know how you like this episode as well, too. Again, went through a little tad bits here and there. I disappeared my spring semester, which we will get into in the future of what that reason was. So, definitely comment. Let us know.
Peace.
Happy March, happy March, happy March. I need you all to go to the letter B, BTheMillers, BTheMillers, BTheMillers.com. Make sure you click that link right there. It's going to launch you to our travel page. We all know Beige. That's mom. Say that's mommy. That's going to launch you to our travel page where you can book anything that you need for all your travel needs. Please go ahead, click that link. Let's get it done. Beige is going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to make sure your travel is all set. Let's go. Happy March, y'all.